Hello, hello, Marie here. Okay, this is my love journal. And get this straightened out here. This journal is fabric. I've got layers of fabric and lace layered together. And this layer, and this layer. And on the front I have a butterfly. We have a fabric rose, and I took a necklace and stitched it on the front here. And this is the part of the chain that hangs down. There's more layers here of lace again. This is a satin ribbon. I've got this beautiful cross here. And layers. On the back, it's more layers of fabric on top of lace, and this lace. Got a doily here. I will open it up so you can see the whole back cover. There's a wide lace around the top and down the sides, like that. So we've got layers here, different layers. Okay, so we've got the front here, and it opens like this. And inside here I have a pocket. And this pocket is this piece of material sewn onto a piece of material. This green piece of material, just like this. It's kind of a light sage green. And I've stamped and inked around it to kind of age it just a little bit. And this is a bit of stitching here that you can see from when I stitched on the piece of jewelry. Then we got this side here. This is all sewn together with the machine. We've got layers of lace, and it opens up like this. Now this is a piece of canvas here, these two signatures in it. Now let's see here. I will measure this for you. I've got to get my measuring tape. So it will measure oh gee. Oh, I thought I had my tape handy. But the measurements of this one here is, okay, the signatures inside, measurements are, signatures are about 8.5 by maybe 6. Yeah, 5.5, 6. Now this whole thing, from here to here, we're looking at, this is, well, about 18 inches from the tip of the lace to the tip of the lace. And this way, it's about 9 inches, 8.5, 9 inches. Okay, these two signatures are sewn onto this canvas, which is then sewn into the cover. Now I have left the little strings and stuff from the sewing. I've left those. If it's not your thing, you can just trim them off. And let's see, this signature is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's 13 pages. So it's 26 pages plus both sides. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 16. So that's 32 pages here. So let's go through them one at a time. So here I've got, this is a tag, and I have taken a piece of paper and inked both sides and attached it in here, so it's kind of hinged. It says love on this side. This is watercolor paper with napkin decoupaged on it, rusty paper clip. This is an index card. You can write on that side. And it says, he is good, forever good, and every good and perfect gift from above, James 1:17. And this page here, you can write on this. This is an envelope, and in it I have scripture. Actually, this one isn't a scripture. It just says, serve and please God. Your life can be perfect. Here we have, this is a little card, antique Victorian card, backed up with, what do you call it, dictionary page. Here's another little card. These cards are from Antique Paperie, her discontinued collection, that's what. And then, oh, this here has got some script on it, a little piece of paper, tiny little paper clip. This is a card, a flash card. I've glued some roses on top, and it's all coffee dyed, antique paper rose, or not paper, sorry, fabric rose. This is a piece from a ledger with some stencil. It's either stencil or stamp. Maybe it's a stamp. And then this is mixed media paper. The other side of it, there's blue flowers on it. It's hinged here. You can write on the back. This is a page out of an atlas, and I've put a little gesso on it so you can write on it. And this here is the other side of the page, a little paper clip. This is just a card, and it's blank on that side, and napkin decoupaged, and then one of the Antique Paperie pictures, the little girl with a crown. And this is a piece of parchment paper. It's been coffee dyed, and it's got a little bit of a stencil that bleeds through from this side to this side. I have glued a piece of paper on here so you can write on it. This one here is music paper, index card, and it's got a scripture, John 12:3. It says, Mary unites Jesus. And it's a picture of a bottle of perfume. And then there's these little brads here that are holding it on. The other side of the paper is here. This comes off. Another scripture one. It's the fruits of the Spirit. Right on this side. And this here, this paper clip. This here flips open. You can write on here if you like. Put this here to hold it closed. Right on this side. Here we've got this antique lady. I've just kind of stamped across it. It's on a little piece of cardboard. And then this is a file folder. And there's room to write in here. It's It's got a little bit of stamping with the coffee, fabric flowers, and some lace here. More of that pretty material that matches. Parchment paper with one of my stamps that I made. This here is index card. Left the little strings. It's blank on that side. You can write here. More space to write. Lots of stamping on this. This is from a game, a box game called Loaded Questions. And I hinged this in here with that. This side is right on here. This is a card, just a journal card. And this is a check from a business that was closed down from COVID. It's punched out the name and the bank account numbers on it. And I decoupaged a napkin over the whole thing. And then there's, I don't know if you can see that there, it's punched out the middle of that page. And then here's just a little tag with a little bit of white paint on it and napkin decoupage. On this side it's stamped. And then here's the other side of that music paper, another little card with a ring. It says, "Let all that you do be done in love." 1 Corinthians 16:14. This is a little piece of fabric that's on here as a tab. Back side of that paper. Here's the other side of the parchment paper. Kind of layered these papers together and just put little papers over top, a little bit of coffee, some gesso, fabric flower again, and another one of these cards for school kids to learn. And here, this is a ticket that you would get at a restaurant. They would write your order down. I just kind of stamped on it. Got this side, it's free. And here is one that talks about beauty. And scripture is Isaiah 61:3. That's blank on that side. And then this is an envelope that I have just put over top of this page, okay? With a little clip. This is, I've recycled this envelope, okay? So we've got some pieces of paper here, stapled on top and inside the envelope. It's a journal card with that picture that shines through the picture, or the window. And then here is some decoupaging and some stamps. This is confidential. All right. In the back of this card you can write on. Put that in there like that. Here's a little scrap of parchment paper. Okay. And all I've done with this is I just take it and fold it over the top of the page. And take my clip and clip it like that. So this side here is painted. Here's the other part of that. Can't even think of the word. This paper. And it's another scripture. 1 Peter 1:25. It says he endures. And on this side it says, "But the word of the Lord endures forever." So that little piece of a wedding dress. And on this side, I've got this little pretty piece of paper to write here. Here is this is a stamp of some roses kind of stamped together. And this one here, you can write on this. This flips up, you can write on this. This one here this way, and then when you flip it up, this is right side up. And over here, we've got this piece here, this pretty little picture of that girl, dictionary page, some roses. This has been kind of crinkled and inked a little bit. This here just kind of twists out. And this little tag is attached with one of those little brad things. And a rose, a little bit of gauze. And this is the other half of that pocket. And inside, got just, it's from an old game of some kind. A little book where you play these games. Word games of some kind. Okay. And I've got roses and butterfly. And then here, this card here, done a little stitching, machine stitching there. This is unfading beauty, gentle, quiet spirit, great worth in God's sight. 1 Peter 3:4. Oh, and this page here, I just kind of just had fun, just taking my paintbrush and coloring it and putting white paint over top of it. It's watercolor paper. And then here we are with another space to write. Index card, I've stamped it. Fabric rose, inked it around the edges on both sides. This page here is watercolor here. This starts the second signature. I got a picture of, let's see if I can do it. Little girl with her little horse that's on wheels, a little buggy. Got some lace, a little bit of lace here, music paper here, little piece of parchment paper, just little clusters what I formed. You can write on this side, it's got like some shadow printing and stamping. This is, says walk by faith. It's a picture of a boot. This is God is love. And on the back you can write. This is just a picture out of a magazine of some people that were out hiking. It's the other side of the magazine picture. And you can write here, a little bit of stenciling. You can write here. And this is a time card that I've folded into a pocket. Put some gesso on it and some music paper, and I included these little money wrappers in here. This was sent to me. I added, or no, this wasn't. No, not this one. A little picture of a little boy and girl kissing, and I added this stuff here. It's glued down pretty good so that it would fit in this pocket. This pocket's kind of tight. And then you flip it open, and it is some pieces from an old Bible that were falling apart. Talks about the parable of Jesus. Some little scrap pieces of paper. And then another page that you can journal on. This one here is the scripture says, we love because he first loved us. 1 John 4:19. That's a little picture of a fan. And we've got this side, ledger paper. That's what it's called. And we can write here. And then this is an envelope, the front part of an envelope. And I've glued this on with some dictionary pages, a little bit of coffee. And this side of the page here, got a decoupaged napkin. This is a gift certificate, an unused gift certificate from a restaurant that closed down. Put a little bit of, smudged a little bit of paint on it there. And there's both copies of it. Tuck that in here. This is a paper from Antique Paperie from their retired collection. It's got some pretty roses on it. It's in French. Got another page to journal with stamps as a tab. More journaling space. This here you can write on this. This is parchment paper. You can write on this side. And then here I made a little tuck with this little girl. Pretty, got flowers in her hair. And then this is another little card with a little girl with a kitty cat, some roses, tuck that in. And right on this side, got room to write here. Here I just did some little scribbles with a pen. Got stenciling, and this I've used these cards here as tabs on these pages. You can write here, the other half of the envelope with the stencil on it. And then in this pocket I've got, it's a pretty little angel. I backed it up with some dictionary pages. And then here's this picture part of this envelope. And then we've got ledger paper with this double-sided again. And we've got this part of the parchment, or the watercolor paper. And I just done little scribbles along the edge. And right here, this one here, it's bird stenciled, a little bit of stenciling up here, and right on here, the other half of the magazine, and right on this side. And in here is a little glassine envelope with some lace and a little piece of napkin. And I folded up this piece of ledger paper, stamped on the top, put gesso on it so you can, it's easier to write on. And that tucks in that pocket there. This has got stamping and stenciling. And on this side, we've got a little old book page, fabric flower, my stamp, and it's on the watercolor paper, and that's it. Now, this here, I kind of left this because I liked the markings on it and stuff, but that is it. That is it. And if you're interested in this, you can just leave a comments below, and I will get back with you. Thank you.